What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Dark Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Crazy news, okay? One of my favorite dividend stocks just announced a dividend cut. People are freaking out on social media, what to do, are they going to buy or sell? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a quick stock and dividend analysis, and we're going to discuss this merger that just happened and what I believe is going to happen. I mean, again, I'm not a financial advisor, disclaimers in my comment section and description, but this is a very interesting strategic move that I'm going to have to make. I just made a big payment on, actually sold some stocks, bought some stocks, BGS Foods. Just check out my latest video that I just did yesterday with my M1 Finance dividend portfolio. Don't forget, I have a referral link to M1 Finance. If you sign up, we both get $30. So if you're deciding to make a traditional or Roth IRA and or dividend portfolio, in my previous video, I actually have a link to my portfolio so far with my strategy with the Death Star. Very interesting news. We're going to discuss this stock real quick. We're going to discuss the news, what I see going on. Is it positive? Is it negative? Should you buy? Should you sell? Is it Verizon's time? What do you think? This is just very crazy. This is strategic move by AT&T, and a lot of people are going to ask questions, especially investors. What are we going to do? So let's check this out right now. So this is very interesting news. This literally just happened at 10:58 a.m. AT&T plans dividend cut from $43 billion with the Discovery Media merger. So it says AT&T will exit the so-called dividend aristocrats plans, lower its payment as much as $7 billion in the wake of its media asset merger with Discovery. So I guess it will cut its payout ratio by more than 20 percentage points in the wake of this media asset merger with Discovery. Company indicated Monday, crashing out of the so-called dividend aristocrats. So they said its dividend payout ratio, which was around 63% in the previous quarter, will be resized to the account distribution of Warner Media assets to a new company. The remaining of AT&T assets will aim to give shareholders a dividend payout between 40 and 43%, the company said, based on anticipated cash free flow of $20 billion. $20 billion, okay? So this is what Kramer said. I think the new Discovery is going to be great, but that's not why people own AT&T stock. It's for the dividends, basically what he's saying. So, there's a dividend cut. So we have a lot of decisions to make. Okay, AT&T shares are 3.1% higher. It's at 33.22. Discovery shares, meanwhile, edge 30.36, lower to 35.45. So this is very interesting. Okay, AT&T shareholders will own 71% of the combined group. The company said, which will likely generate $52 billion in 2023 revenues and a combined subscriber base of 150 million. Okay, prior to that, AT&T distributed a dividend of 2.08 per share, pegging the stock's dividend of 6.45%. So this is very interesting. Okay, but let's do a really quick stock and dividend analysis on the stock first, because we have to start thinking about decisions. So let's check out AT&T stock. So AT&T is $32.84. It's a dividend stock. It's mostly a stock that, to be honest with you, it's not one of the best traditional Roth IRA stocks, and it's not one of the best day trading stocks because it's just kind of stagnant. It doesn't jump up, it doesn't jump down. It's in demand. I mean, they have a lot of products, obviously landlines. My phone landline is, with family, is AT&T. Turnoff is with this dividend aristocrats, AT&T is no longer a dividend aristocrat. So there's a lot of decisions that need to be made. I will show you its dividend history real quick. So over time, it jumped up from 45 to 52 cents. I'm really, to be honest with you, with the dividend cut, I'm not too worried about the future of AT&T as a dividend stock. Uh, there's always a risk when you invest in dividend stocks. AT&T is in demand. Okay, it's worldwide. It's making some big moves, which I'm not, too upset about. Look at its history just jumping up. They have strategic moves that they have to make as a business. When you're on a crap load of debt, I mean, it's very difficult to sometimes rebound from that. And you have to make economic decisions to better yourself. And I believe that AT&T has adapted to the changes. Their acquisitions are fantastic. I think with them being involved with the media, I think it is good because it's all about ratings and people watch the news sometimes for better or for worse. I mean, being programmed in their brain about certain things, but AT&T, with Warner Media, they produce great movies. I think as a business standpoint, AT&T is doing very well. And I'm going to continue to hold on to these guys. I will show you how many shares I own real quick of them. I just made some big moves in my M1 Finance dividend portfolio, but I'll show you what my plans are with AT&T as a dividend stock and the long-term plans of AT&T. Okay, so let's check this out. Right now, I own 28.36 shares of AT&T. Of course, the dividend yield could change. The dividend could change. I'll have to see what the numbers are at the end on the final decision. But I've earned $49.71. As AT&T is a stock, it's always good to basically you need to invest in certain sectors. So one sector takes a blow, another one's gonna kick off. But I'm gonna stay long in AT&T. I think it's a very good stock. With the acquisition that they made, I think it's strong. I think that's strong for a company in the long run. I think as a stock, it's not going to jump up too much. It's just going to be kind of like you know, almost a straight line. It's not going to go up like crazy. It's not honestly, in my honest opinion, I would not put that in a traditional or Roth IRA because I don't see it jumping off to the moon or jumping up. It's not like a stock that you invest in. And I sold Aflac, but Aflac's dividend, is increasing over time. Its price per share is going up. So that's like a better alternative to that. So if I had an M1 Finance traditional or Roth IRA, again, not financial advice, but Aflac's a really good one because it goes up. And I couldn't keep up with Aflac, so I had to sell it. It's just jumping up too crazy, and I can't keep up with it. So that's one thing with AT&T versus Aflac. AT&T's dividends will be there, and over time, they will increase their dividends. Again, investing is in for the long term. Okay, this pandemic hit, a lot of stocks cut their dividends, and they have to make strategic moves to survive as a company or to thrive as a company or to expand their empire as a company. So I'm going to continue to buy AT&T. I'm hoping that a lot of my shares of QYLD and XYLD and RA, which are monthly dividend stocks, start buying AT&T. I'm just excited for the long run with AT&T. So let me know what you think of this video. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. This is STAR Dividend. You guys have a good one.